Okay, so this lab is basically to troubleshoot the common SQL errors with BigQuery. So as part of this lab, we have given some scenarios, and along with the scenarios we have given some queries. So we need to find out whether these given queries are right or wrong. If these are wrong, how we can correct those queries. So basically we need to troubleshoot. So this lab steps you through the logic of the troubleshooting queries. So we will play with this e-commerce dataset. Okay, these are some basic things. Okay, let's start the lab. Copy password, open Google console. Okay, so first open the BigQuery. So we know how to open the BigQuery. Go to the big data section. So under the big data we have the BigQuery option. Just click on it. And done. So a window is open, right? Now we have given some public data set. So just copy this URL, open a new tab and enter. We could see here the provided data set has been opened. So what we will do is, so see, this is not under any project, but in our BigQuery we are under some project. So and we want to show this particular data in this tab, right? So what we will do is hover over this particular data set. We see here the pin tab, click to pin. So it was pinned successfully. Close this tab. Now refresh the earlier tab. So now you will able to see this public data set, right? If you expand it, you could see further so many data set. So here we will play with e-commerce data set, and under the e-commerce data set we have so many tables. So here we will play with the reverse transaction table. Alright, so this is the schema, and this is the details. This has 56,000 rows, right? So these are some preview which we have the rows, visitor ID, hits time, city, revenue, the number of transactions in the particular city, total page views, and so many other things. Okay, so that's done. Now we need to open the BigQuery code editor. So this is the editor window, so where we will write our SQL queries. Now we have given the first scenario, so find the total number of customer who went through the checkout. So let me copy this. So basically we need to what is giving error? Can't we even put a comment here? Okay, error in line number 2. Yeah, fine, no problem. Okay, it's okay. So we need to find the total number of customer who went through checkout, right? So your goal in this section is to construct a query that gives you a unique visitors. So basically we need to find the total number of visitors who successfully went through the checkout process for your website. So when we open any website, right, the e-commerce website like Flipkart, Amazon, right, and we do some shopping, sometime we add into the cart and we did not pay, right, and sometime we just open the website just to browse some products, sometime we add into the cart and also we did the checkout as well, right. So we need to find out those customer and those unique customer who successfully went through this checkout process, right. So if we go through this table, so we want these customers, how many these customers went through the checkout process. So the checkout process is this column, hits page, page title, checkout confirmation. So if the field is checkout confirmation, then we have the checkout process. So okay, so they have provided like this SQL query, right, and we need to find out whether this SQL query is correct or not. So by looking at this scenario, like what we feel is we need to find the total number of customers. So something, and 1 minute, we need to find the total number of customers and the data is in the reverse transaction table. Okay, yeah, fine, we just need to find the total number of customer. Yeah, so first thing is that we need to find the total number of the customers. So the query should contain something like the count function, right. Okay, we need to find the total number of unique customers, right, unique customers. So the query should contain the distinct keyword as well, right. Also we need to find out those customer who went through the checkout process. So the checkout basically there are two columns only. One is the full visitor ID, which gives the customer which gives the customer ID, and one column is hits page, page title, so which gives us the checkout confirmation. So basically there are two columns which we need, right, and we need to find the total number of customer who visit the checkout confirmation. So basically the output should be checkout confirmation, and there should be like some total number of customer, right. So we need some group by operation as well, right, group by operation, because we need to group by on this field so that all the checkout confirmation rows get come together, right. So let's see what they have provided to us and whether this is correct or not. So they provided this query, right. So they provided this query. They told that select from. They have not given any column name, right, and they told that okay, this is a data to 1 minute, let me show you the data table. Okay, they have given me the data to this and e-commerce.reverse and the limit 1000. So whether this query is correct or wrong. So this query is wrong. And why this query is wrong? Because first thing is that here the column name is not mentioned, which column we need to display, right. Second thing is that this data structure, there is spelling error here, like the data structure spelling is insights, here it is given inghts, which is wrong. So what is wrong with the previous query? So there is a typo in the dataset name, right, and we have not specified any columns in the select. So submit. So we troubleshoot one query. Now they updated the query and they told us, they ask whether this query is now correct or not. So they told select star from and this data set, then table name, and the outer data set, then inner data set, then table name, then limit 1000. So this query doesn't have any count function, this query doesn't have any distinct function, this query doesn't have any group by operation. So definitely this query is wrong. But what is wrong? And also this table is wrong, because in BigQuery like the format of the table is data set name dot table name, but here and all these like under the backticks. So this like this only. So this is the backtick, not a single quote. So there is a difference between the backtick and single quote. We need here backtick. Which is on the top row of keyboard. Okay, so this query is wrong. So we need to find, okay, what is wrong. So first thing is that this is not the correct format to like to mention the like data set name and the table name, right? We never like so this is some older format, right? So this time the table name is correct, but the format is wrong. So we are using some legacy SQL, I think. And also we have not specified any columns in the select. There is a typo in the table name, no. There is a typo in the data set name, no. We have not specified any columns. Yeah, why this is wrong? So this format is legacy SQL, that is definitely correct. There is a typo in the data set name. Yes, yeah, correct. There is a typo in the data set name. Yeah, typo in the data set name or typo in the table name. Because here we are using the colon, but we never use the colon, we always use the dot operator. So here we have given this colon. So this is come under the data set name or the table name. Table name is this come under the data set name. So there is a, we can say, is it a typo or something? Let me give a hit and trial. There is a typo in the data set name. Typo in the data set name, and we have not specified. No. What is the correct answer? One or more of your choices is incorrect. What's wrong with the previous query? Is it more than 2 option correct? No. Oh my god. What is the correct answer here? Shut. What is this here? No option is picking as a correct answer. We are using legacy SQL. There is a typo in the table name. We are using a legacy SQL. 1 or 2 is not correct. Let me check. Oh my god, only one option was correct, and I am selecting because I thought they have given the checkbox, so might be multiple option are. So we are using the legacy SQL. Alright, so we can't select, we have not specified any column because we mentioned star, so we have specified all the columns, so this option is not. So there is a typo in the dataset name, so name is correct. There is a typo in the table name, no, the table name is correct, but syntax is the legacy SQL. So what is legacy SQL? Just Google it and open the first link. You could see the legacy SQL operations. Okay, so let's proceed further. Now they have given the third query. So first two queries which they provided are wrong. Now they provided the third query. So they told select from. Again they have not provided the column name. They have not provided us the count distinct group by operation, right? So definitely this query is wrong. So what is wrong? So select cause is returning all the no. We are still using no. Still no column defined in select, because it's only given select from. Okay, that also correct. Now they update the query. Let's see if this is correct or wrong. So select full visitor ID from this dataset name and table. So they are selecting only one full visitor ID, but the scenarios we need to find the total number of customers. So this will not give us the total number. So this is wrong. So the page title is missing. Yes, because we need the page title as well. And without aggregation limiter sorting the query is not useful, because aggregation clause like count, distinct, so this query is not useful. Okay, now they have updated the query. We will see whether this query is correct or not. So basically we are like troubleshooting the queries. So now they give us select full visitor ID. They now this time they give us both the columns which we want to fetch, but they have not given the correct format. Like there is ideally there should be some comma here, right? But they have given without comma. So when we mention like so many columns here and without separated by comma, always the last column will be displayed, right? So this query is also wrong. So it says that how many columns will be the previous query written. So only it will return one column, and that is the hit previous page title. Submit. So now again they have updated the query. We need to again troubleshoot whether this is correct or wrong. So select. Okay, this time they give us the comma. Fine. So both the columns are there. Okay, fine. But we are not using the count, distinct, and the scenario says we need to find the total number. So total number will be definite total unique number, total number of unique customers. Okay, so this query is again wrong. But what is wrong in this query? Okay, they have not asked any question. Now they updated the query. But this query is correct. See, one more thing I want to show, like if the syntax of the query is correct, then you will see here green check mark, and if the syntax of the query is wrong, let say I type something. So see, if the syntax of the query is wrong, then we will see this danger sign or red exclamation sign. So this query is correct. This query is correct, but not the query as per the given scenario. Now they give us one more query. I think this is the same query. The query is correct but not as per the given scenario. Now they give us another query. We need to find whether this is correct. Okay, this time they give us the count. Yeah, correct. This time they give us the, and they are giving the, okay, counting the visitor ID. Okay, but group by operation is missing, distinct operation is missing, because we need to find the unique. So for the unique we always use the distinct. So this query again correct, incorrect. So what is wrong in the previous query? The count, no, it is missing a group by clause. Yes, the count function does not deduplicate the same. Yeah, now they updated the query. Now again we need to find whether this query is correct or wrong. So this time they use the distinct as well as the group by, as well as both the columns, and also this table name is also correct. So this query is perfectly okay. But query is okay, but see, our question is find the total number of unique customer who went through checkout, but it is finding all the total number of customer who went through the checkout confirmation, who went through the 2 colon checkout confirmation, who went through the 6 colon checkout confirmation, who went through the 11 colon checkout confirmation, who went through this, right? So who went all this, but we want only row number 1, who went through the checkout confirmation. So we have to put the where clause as well, but this query is correct, almost correct. So we need to filter by using the where clause. So now we just add the where clause, like where the title is the checkout confirmation. Yeah, now it is perfectly okay. So we troubleshoot our first scenario. Now the second scenario is, let me copy this and let me delete everything. Yeah, so the second scenario is list the cities. Okay, we need to find the cities with the most transaction with your e-commerce site. So let's go through the table. So we have definitely the city column. Yeah, this is the city, and the most transaction. So the total, every city has some transaction. Okay, San Francisco 1 transaction, San Francisco 1 transaction, San Jose 1, San Jose 1. So what we have to do is we need to again perform the group by operation, right? Group by, 1 minute, let me copy these columns first. So we need to use this city column, this column. We need to use the total transaction, because it say list the cities with the most transaction. So most transaction means we need to first count the sum of the transaction per city. So we need to perform the group by operation. So on this we need to perform the group by, and on the total transaction we need to perform the sum operation, right? So that let's suppose Los Angeles so has let's say 34 transactions. So San Francisco maybe has 56 transaction, and we have to find the cities with the most transaction. So do we need the order by as well? Order by is just like a sort function only. So let's see detail. So they provided us a first query. Let's see whether it is correct or not. Okay, they are selecting these 2 column, fine. They are finding the distinct visitor ID. and group by, and after group by nothing is mentioned, so query itself wrong. So we need to group by city only, like so select okay geographical city, fine, and then we need to apply the sum operation on total transaction, yeah, fine. Then from this table name, then group by geographical city, and also it could be like the same customer ID, so we need to perform the distinct on the full visitor ID. So the query is perfectly okay, looks okay to me. So now we have the San Francisco 3866 transaction, San Jose 1807 transaction. So it's whether which city had the most distance visitor, ignore the value not available in the demo data set. So basically the answer is Mount View. But if we go through this now, 1 minute, if we order by total transaction, 1 minute, order by total transaction descending, not available in demo data set, yes, not available in the demo data set. Then New York, then Mountain View. So first is not available in the ignore the value not available in the data set. So then New York is not here, so then is Mountain View. Okay, we have already performed this order by distinct visitor. So okay, we are selecting the city, fine. We are performing the count on the total transaction, fine, and we are fetching the unique rows only, fine. The group by order by distinct visitor, the most transactions. But why the query is wrong here? Yeah, query is correct only. Output is same only. Okay, so in the last query, like I order by total transaction, but they order by distinct visitor, so that's why Mountain View came on the top. So they gave us the another query, same query, they are just adding like this time they are counting calculating the average as well. So average is sum by count. Okay, now they told us okay what is wrong with this following query. What is wrong? Average products ordered, unrecognized name. So this is wrong. Average products order is not a name. Average product order is then alias, and we are filtering the alias, so this is definitely wrong. So So you can't filter on aliased fields within the where clause. And also we need to use the having by clause on the aggregated fields, because yeah. Now one more query. So this is the correct query. Now they are used the having by average products ordered. So instead of where, we need to use the having clause on this. So this is correct query. Let's run it and check my progress. Now the third is find the total number of product in each product category. Find the total number of products in each product category. Okay. Find the total number of products. Where is the product? Hits amount, product refund amount. Okay. Product quantity, product price. Okay. Product name. Okay, we have products column as well. Okay, fine. Find the top selling products by filtering with null values. Okay. So we have given one query. Find hits product name, because we need the product name, and product category in each category, right? So we need to perform the group by operation. But what is wrong in this category? So the first thing is like the wrong is, one second, let me go through the options. No aggregate functions are used. And we need the total number. So like we need to definitely use the total number, either sum or count. So no aggregate functions are used. This is large group by really hurt the performance. Yeah, correct. So they updated the query, and we need to check whether this query is correct or wrong. So okay, now they use the aggregated function count. Okay, they perform the group by operation because we need to find the each product category. So definitely group by on the product category. Okay, so this is correct only, and we need to filter out null. So is not null is also correct. So this query seems correct to me. But they again told that what is wrong with the previous query, which list product. One minute. By filtering with null values, and is not null. Okay, count function is not the distinct number of product. So possible solution is again like with the count, like they use the distinct. So everything is fine, but they are using a distinct only. So now they told that what is the most distinct number of products offered. So let's look at the output. So most number of products in not set. So it's not set. So check my progress. Yeah, so that's done. So basically, as part of this lab, what we will do is we have given some scenarios. All right. So like in this scenario, find the total number of customer who went through the checkout, and they provided some SQL queries as well, and then they ask some questions. We need to find out whether the provided SQL query is correct or is incorrect, and if it is incorrect, why it is incorrect, right? Okay, that's done.